Hello, everyone. If you just see, we're going to stand today, so I need a little bit of mat distance, Chris. How are you all? It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Stunning. Okay. Up and down, up and down, up and down. There we go. Hello, how are you? Okay, we're going to start on our backs. So you can roll down on your backs. I'm so tired. I just woke up. I had the nicest sleep. I just want to sleep forever. Okay, so I got the glass out. I know, Gillian, I didn't seek professional advice. I poked until I found it. And it took me the whole day. But last night, that's why I cancelled the glass. It was at a pinnacle point where, because you had to really squeeze it from deep within the wound. So every time you squeeze it, you can start to see the head coming out. And then if you leave it, it pops back again. So I had to squeeze, then put something on to draw it out, and then squeeze again. But anyway, by last night, I found it was quite a big piece of glass, and now it's just a little bit tender from all the head squeezing. But it's out, so the celebration would be standing poses today. Yay! I can hear the excitement. So take your legs from side to side. We'll just quickly stretch out our back and then go on to the front. I still have, unfortunately, the ankle that's not necessarily much better, so I still struggle with that. But the glass is out, thank goodness. It feels so much better. I was so grumpy. Okay, bring your feet in nice and close to your bum, and just do a few spinal curls, just to loosen up the spine, especially if your spine is about a little bit seized up. So just up and down, up and down. It was fun poking though. I did enjoy it. I think what motivated me is my doctor friend said she'll come and help me. And that freaked me out so much because she said she'll bring tools, and I'm like, what? I'm not ready yet. So I just squeeze until it came out. And then back to the middle, hug in your knees. And just lift your feet to the ceiling, grab around your hamstrings, and just squeeze the knees down with the feet lifted. So if you have quite a tight back, that will hopefully release it a little bit. The knees coming down to your chest. And then just move your hands towards your shins and squeeze them down. And keep the lower back on the floor. So don't roll it up, just keep the back down and squeeze the knees towards your chest. And then, if you can, the insides of your soles, and squeeze keep the lower back down and just let that tailbone stretch. Apparently Louis got a tall tailbone. He told me yesterday. And hug it back in. And then just take your arms out, take your legs to one side, take the bottom leg, put it on top of the top leg and squeeze it down. And rotate it all the way over to the other side. Take the bottom leg out, put it on top of the top leg and squeeze it down. Close your eyes, enjoy the stretch, keep the opposite shoulder down. And bring it back. Hug in your knees, and we're going to roll up to seated. Find your balance. And roll back down again. Find your balance. And one more time. Roll it up. And go onto your hands and knees. So we're gonna go to standing and just do warrior sequences. and hold them a little bit and play them a little bit. But we need downward dog for me for my calves because my one calf is seized up from walking on my toes. So I'm going to use you for my stretch. Okay, so onto your hands and knees you go. Tuck up into a cat stretch. Rock it forwards and back if you need to. And then tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. And stretch out your calves. Tummy in, back, straight onto the back of the room. And just drop one leg at a time. Okay, lift up both. And rock it back. Drop the heels. Oh, my, you're so far away. Okay, I want you to walk your feet in a foot's distance to the side of the mat. And push back into a shorter downward dog. And just hold that tummy in. Grow. I think he sneakily went to be outside now in the back. And walk it in another foot's distance. You can bend the knees. Push it back a little bit. And then bend your knees in. Drop your chest down between your legs if you can. Just walk your hands in. So you're kind of in a, almost like you want to go into a crow if you can do that. If you can't do that, just stand higher. Bend your knees and you can rest it on your arms. Put some pressure on your hands and shoulders. Straighten out your back, tummy in. And then straighten out your legs a little bit. Lift up and roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back and go to the front of your mat. Okay, so we will start. Ooh, I'm completely cut off. We'll start from so that we can all face the front of the mat. So we're not going to start from the front. I need to be further away. So take your legs wide so that you can face the laptop. Feet forward. Nice and comfortable. Shrug the shoulders back. Keep your legs straight. You can even turn them inward a little bit, your toes. Shrug the shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. And just drop your shoulders down. Hold that. So we're going to just tip to one side. But don't kind of tip the hips. So it's not a big tip. It's just the waist stretch. Keep the legs engaged. You're going to roll it back, not far, towards the other side. Roll it back towards the first side. Stretch it out. Roll it back towards the second side. Back to the top, shoulders back and down, and just drop your arms. Turn out the foot, the right foot. 90 degrees. Make sure the back foot's okay. And we're going to play a little bit in Warrior 2 and then go into side angle pose, and then and we're going to repeat it twice. So it's kind of a repeat flow without going into downward dog. So lift up your arms. If you struggle with this, Jillian, you can drop it, hold it like this. It doesn't matter. So arms up unless you don't want to. Bend that front knee in. Make sure it tracks towards the outside. Make sure that back leg is tucked in and strong. And make sure you've got a nice little bend in that front leg and you're not leaning forward. So you can even use your hands to push you up first so that you're above your pelvis. And then make sure you're straight. So you're going to hold that. Knees out. And just hold. I saw a beautiful anatomy picture of a warrior hold. And I thought, oh, we have to hold that for a while. So just hold. See if you can bend it in a little bit more. See if you can improve your stance. Tuck your bum in. Knee out. Just make sure that knee is out. Oh, beautiful, Louis. Beautiful Louise, beautiful warriors, has improved so much over the last couple of weeks.
So painful.
Okay, shrug it forward, going into a dancing warrior.
It's the knee.
It's that knee. Is your knee sore?
No, it's just. I think you're right. It's that muscle in my leg. I can't get it out.
Just lift it up a little bit like that if you struggle. Back to the top. Now we're going to lean forward, but not go any further. We're going to take our backhand and bring it over towards the other one. And hold. Knee out if you can. Bum in. Drop that bottom arm down and hold that side angle pose. Lift it back up. Warrior two. Straighten out that front leg and do not go into a big triangle. Just slide and dip for that stretch. Don't go big. Go to where it's comfortable for you. Shoulders back, straight line. And hold. Take that arm over your head. Tuck the bum in, don't lean forward. And lift it back up to the top. Bend it in and step it in. So we're going to do the other side first and then come back. We're going to repeat a little bit. Take the legs wide, feet forward first. Lift up the arms, shrug the shoulders back. Dip towards one side in a straight line. Roll it a little bit back. Control that roll towards the other side. Roll it back. And first side. Roll it back. And second side. All the way back to the top. Take out the other foot. So go into the warrior first. Make sure the knee is checked. Make sure the back leg is checked. And then make sure that you're pushed up where you should be. And then hold the arms. And just hold that. So knees checking out. Bum in. Foot on the floor. Ignore me if mine isn't. That is my sore ankle. Hips turned. Not sideways, but completely forward if you can, or as much as you can do that. It is hip opening, so some people don't have that ability. So you really have to squeeze that back bum in to get that turn in that hips, or even just a little bit of a turn in the hips. Shoulders back and down. Bend that front knee in and hold. Gillian, you can do this. It doesn't matter. It's nice to hold it like this. I think I'll do it, Gillian, so that you don't feel bad. Okay, slide forward a little bit and into your dancing warrior. Back to warrior two, hold. Again, check. Ooh. Check your stances. We're going to lean forward and hold. And then bring that top arm slowly over and hold it there. Tummy in, back straight, drop the arm down and go into that side angle pose. Stretch this arm over your head. Let that stretch into your waist. Then bend that front knee in a little bit. Lift it back up to warrior two. Shrug the shoulders back or drop them if you have to. Straighten out that front leg and dip and slide into your triangle. Once you're in and you're comfortable, take that arm over your head and stretch. Tummy in. Lift it back up to the top. Step it in. Take your feet. I step it in like an old person. Take your feet forward again. Looking forward, weight evenly distributed through your legs. Keep your bum tucked in, and we're going to dip forward into a tabletop. You can hold that tabletop by holding onto your chest. Just don't dip forward. That's going to pull you in a little bit. Actually, no, do this. That's going to lift you up. Navel to spine. And hands to the mat. We're going to breathe down into a forward bend. Just get the weight evenly distributed through your feet, and then slowly start to go down into your forward bend. Pivot from your hips. You can have your legs slightly bent. It's safer with a slightly bent leg. Pivot from your hips. See if you can keep that navel to spine and really push it down through your hips and not bend your back in. And then roll it back up into a tabletop. Straighten out your back. Grab your chest again and lift it up all the way to the top. Step it in. Grab your ankles. And we're going to go again. So take your legs wide. Turn out the right foot. Make sure this bum is tucked in. Bend that knee in. And lift up the arms or not. That's up to you. Hold that stretch. Now we're going to play a little bit. Ooh, are you excited? Okay, hands on your shoulders because we need this turn. So you have to go turn towards your leg, almost like you're going into a warrior one. Check your knee because your knee tends to want to drop in. And then scoot it forward. Leave the right arm and open up into a warrior two. Tuck the bum in. Grab your shoulders, turn. Check your knee. Make sure that's okay. Let go, drop, lift it up. Open up the left arm into warrior two. Come all the way up to the top. One more time. Turn. Hold that. Knee out. Make sure that's okay. Bum tucked in. Push it forward. Drop over that knee. Leave the right arm. Open up into warrior two. Make sure that you're okay. Forward again, and then just go back into dancing warrior. We're just going to straighten out that front leg, go into that back bend a little bit more, and bend it in. Straighten out, not completely, and bend it in. So just pulse that. Bend it in quite big when you go down. And last time back to a warrior and lift up into warrior two. Tuck your bum in. Hands on your shoulders, turn again, knee, and float. Leave the right arm, open up towards the left. Lean forward, go back into dancing warrior, and pulse that leg twice. 1, 2, back into a big knee bend, open up into warrior two. Last time, hands on your shoulders, turn. So this stretches a lot into this back hip. So do hold that turn, back leg strong, and push it forward. Leave the right arm open up. And again, lean forward into that dancing warrior. Straighten out, big bend. Do you feel that? Is your leg starting to get sore?
Yeah.
Big bend, leave the bend back. Do warrior two one more time. Hands, turn, hold that turn, really stretch into that back hip. Hold that, push it as far as you can without lifting up that back foot. Knee forward, tummy in, sweep, lift it over. Forward again into dancing warrior. Straighten out, dip. And this is the biggest dip in. Come back to warrior two, drop down, hands to the front and into that extended side angle pose. We're going to sweep the floor, turn forward, sweep the floor once, lift it back up, and lift up into warrior two. Step it in. Like an old person. Step it in. Just bring your legs hip distance apart. Bend your knees in. Sweep the floor. Stay down. Keep the legs bent. You can roll from side to side with this one. And roll it all the way to the top. Shrug the shoulders back and let's do the other side. Take your legs nice and wide. Again, make sure the knees are okay, the back leg is strong. Keep that strong, tummy in, hips turn forward. Warrior two. And then we're going to start our little dancey dance. So we do loads of the first one first. So when you're ready, hands on your shoulders, turn towards that front knee. Make sure the knee doesn't dip. And push so that this hip can stretch. Sweep down and bring the right arm back into warrior two. Hands on your shoulders. Turn forward. Stretch that hip. Sweep the floor. And open up the right arm into warrior two. Again, hands on your shoulders, shoulders shrug, back and down, turn. Hold that stretch, knee out. Sweep the floor. Open up. Hold. One more time, hands on the shoulders. Turn, stretch that hip. Squeeze that back bum in. Sweep the floor. Open up. Stay. So we're going to lean forward and lean back into that dancing warrior. Straighten out. So we're going to pulse that a few times. Straighten out and really bend it in. Straighten out and really bend it in. Big bend in. And just continue to pulse that. Make sure that knee goes out. The tummy is tucked in. And bend it back in, back to, I can't remember, did we do the triangle now?
No, I think at the end.
At the end. Are you ready? Hands on your shoulders, turn forward. Sweep the floor. Lift it up into warrior two. Come forward and back into dancing warrior. Straighten out the leg. Bend it in. Come back to warrior two. Hands on your shoulders, turn. Sweep the floor. Open up. Lean forward, come back into dancing warrior. Straighten out that leg. You have to do it twice, sorry. Do it again. Bend and straighten. Nice big bend in. Bend again. Back to warrior two. Hands on your shoulders. Turn. Sweep. And open up. Shoulders down. Lean forward. Back. Into dancing warrior. Straighten out once. And two. And back one more time. Hands. Turn. Tummy in. Just hold that stretch in the hip. Sweep the floor. Open up. Forward and back. Straight. Did you hear my hip?
Mm-hmm.
And bend. One more time. Bend. Back to warrior two. Straighten out that front leg. And slide into your triangle. Tummy in. We're going to sweep the floor. Bring it back to triangle. Lift it back up and step it in. Ow, ow. Oh, how are you feeling? I can't get Louis enthused today. He's extremely grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
He's extremely grumpy.
I'm just a bit tired.
Okay. You can go down onto your knees. That's it for our standing warriors. I love that flowy one at the end. I think we're going to do that a lot more, that ballet one. Let me know what you thought of that. Okay.
Ooh.
Just lean back a little bit, let those quads stretch because they've been in quite a big bend. But
That's quite.
you should feel that. And then onto your hands and knees, push into a cat stretch. And tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Stretch it out. You can bend your knees a little bit and push back. You first stretch your back and then straighten out. And just get your comfortable stance. Forwards to plank. Except Louis, you stay in downward dog.
Why?
just because. Back to downward dog. And just hold that, let that stretch. You can walk it out. Lift up your right leg, bring that leg to the front of the mat. Put it on the floor, put your back knee down. We just want to quickly do our quad stretches. So come 90-90. You can have your hands on your hips and really push that bum forward. So push so that you can feel that stretch excessively. You feel it?
Yeah.
And just hold that. Lengthen out your waist. Push your bum forward. We've done quite a lot of, because we've held the warriors for quite a bit, this is quite tight, and let's hope if we stretch it, we won't feel it that much tomorrow. And come all the way down to the floor. Just before we go back to downward dog, just come onto that front leg, put the foot on the floor. We've done this yesterday, and just stretch it forward a little bit without lifting up the heel. Just a little bit of dorsiflexion, which I think we'll do the whole week, just to amplify that flexion for the chair poses. Hands on the mat, stay back to downward dog. The same one with the D. Dancing on it, downward dog.
Dialed pose.
Dialed pose. No, we're not doing dialed pose yet. Stretch it out. Activate. Lift up your left leg. I had to check where my bling is. Bring that foot to the front of the mat, put the back knee down. Go 90-90. Move that foot if you have to. Tuck that bum in, squeeze it. Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. You can use your hands to squeeze your bum, and then you're forced to squeeze it because you've got it's like almost having taping. It's a guide. You can't let go because your hands is there to push you. Lengthen and stretching. Come back forward, and then just put your body weight on that front foot. Keep the heel down and just press forward. Ooh, this one has got a lot more dorsiflexion. Don't lift up the heel. And come back. You can sit on your bottoms with your legs forward. Oh, I like that warrior flow. I did like it. What did you think of it? My legs were a bit sore at one stage.
If you stay in it that long, when you adjust, then I like that. That's the hot idea. That's why I like it.
I did like that flowy dancey thingy where you turn and you go and you come over. I always like stuff like that. Okay, sit up nice and straight, legs forward. Nice and straight. Like force your spine up so that you don't put any weight on it. You can put your hands next to you and just lift up your bum a little bit so that your spine drops. Shoulders back and down though. And then slowly put your bottom down, but try not to put extra, well, it's impossible, but extra weight on the spine. And can you feel the difference in the weight the spine has to carry the whole time? That gravity, difference between when you pick it up and then when you put it down and you try and keep it light, you can just feel those facets starting to work. So just remember that when your posture is bad. It's a lot of added pressure. Shrug your shoulders back. We're going to take our legs into a V. Make sure your bum is comfortable. And we're going to do that breathing thing where we inhale the arms up. Keep the tummy in, shoulders down. We're exhaling it forward only to where you can go. Exhale your hands down. Hold that position. And inhale back. Take a nice deep breath in. I forgot, the breath was wrong. Let's go again. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale, drop the arms. Sorry, Louis. Exhale, push it forward a little bit if you can, but don't do it if you can't, just exhale. Inhale, roll it back up, lift up your arms. Take a nice deep breath in, we'll go again. Hold that for a breath. Shrug the shoulders back. Straighten out, ribs in. Exhale forward. See if you can go a little bit further. Inhale the arms down. Hold that position. Exhale forward if you can. Inhale, roll it up, stack your spine until when you hit your tailbone, take a nice deep breath in. Bring your hands into your chest, lift up your chest, and you are done for today. Have a lovely Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Oogle. Oh, I shouldn't forget about Oogle. The sun shines, so I tend to forget stuff. Oogle, and tonight, hopefully there won't be any incidents where I can't do the night class. I might do it tonight. I'm so sorry that I'm so fickle about that. But tonight's there. So the first night I forgot. The second night I had minor surgery, squeezing out a baby glass. It was big. It was a big glass. And tonight I will not forget because the sun is shining. Okay. Enjoy your day. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I like that flowy thing as well. I think we might just do that the whole week. See you all tomorrow morning. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yes, Tanya, I will remember.